penultimate race of the Super Saturday. Another sprint race on the cards here. Dynamic sidecars, Formula 1 and Formula 2. And they have an 8-lap trip here scheduled. We've got that duo of Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. They're electrifying, including that New Zealand Grand Prix title last weekend. Can they keep the streak alive? They're on a 3-race heater. Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop on the outside of row number 1. They'll be a real factor here as well. And then we got Bert and we got Peter Dowman through there, and a good start. Spike Taylor gets a really good start. We've got Pete going around the outside of Barry as well, so a bit of excitement here. Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop, multiple-time New Zealand sidecar champion. Spike with former New Zealand sidecar champion passenger Kendall Dunlop. This team has been absolutely electric so far this summer, including that Jock Taylor Memorial Championship. As he streaks off down that back straight, we've got Bert in there in second place. We've got Barry Smith and Stu Dorr streaking alongside. They'll now take over third place in this race. And then we've got Graham with Johnny Rawcliffe doing the passengering there. So Graham Harris on that Boss Engineering machine. That'll be fourth place. Then you go back to Peter and Michael Dowman. That is the first of the F2s home. And coming up at the back there, Dave Reesby and Sue Vandenheuvel on that brilliantly looking Mo Halley built machine from the mid-80s. So spectacular sidecar racing. It was good at Ruapuna. This should be no different here, as levels on a sidecar is absolutely brilliant, as Spike Taylor just hanging it out in the McKissick curve. This is going to be good. Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop, they lead this one here by a comfy margin back to Bert and Isaac there. So look out for this Mobility Wire Wrapper Penrite 1-2 at the moment. The Wire Wrapper teams rule here as they're through the bus stop. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr just trying to get around that position number 2 machine. So this is going to be good to watch as they tick off lap number 1. So an 8-lap trip here. We've got Graham and John. They're going through the bus stop. Peter and Michael coming in behind as well, as we get our top 5 and then go back to Dave and Sue. So the top 6 all through here on lap number 1. And our sidecars, great news, our sidecars back in the South Island. They weren't with us down in the South Island legs for the last campaign, but back with a vengeance. And very, very good to watch. Brought to us this weekend by Corporate Print, one of our many local fabulous sponsors here at the South Canterbury home, Levels International Raceway, one of the coolest tracks in New Zealand motorcycle racing. They've got the beautiful McKissick curve left-hander to go with many other wonderful features. So right now, Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop, they are well in charge of this one here. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr now up into second place on the City Honda Carl Cox Motorsport machine. That is a good top 2. Can they find some pace? Because Spike and Kendall, they are running away with it. We'll then go back to Michael doing a good job there in third place. A couple of trips to the podium for Bert last weekend with Isaac Taylor doing the passengering. So very, very good showing down in the South Island. But this one here, Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop tick off another lap. So it's 2 down, 6 more to go. Then we've got Barry and Stu now getting into their work. They're a little bit quicker than Spike that time around. So now we've got some excitement building as Spike in a bit of trouble. He was under a massive fitness cloud during the week, Neil, and good to see Spike and Kendall out there. But Barry and Stu now, the dynamic pairing coming in hot.
I tell you what, sometimes they put actors on TV to make themselves look like sick. I tell you what, there was no acting from Spike. He looked sick, but we know Spike always got a smile on his face, always got a great comment, and when he had neither of those, we knew how sick he was. So terrible when you come away to away for a week in this beautiful South Island and you catch the lurg, and there he is now playing catch-up. So real sad for him. We hope he'll have some body energy. They'll be able to last. I tell you what, he'll probably get a good night's sleep tonight. If he can do this in the heat again tomorrow with a double header, we'll give him a gold medal at the end of it. That's for sure. Spike Taylor and his dynamic swinger Kendall Dunlop putting on a great show out there ahead of Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. Go to Michael Wallen and young Isaac Taylor out there, of course. That is Spike's son. So you don't want sort of the father and son combo. They don't always gel. Yeah, some of them work, don't get me wrong, but for young Isaac to have some time with Bert, the all-round nice guy, the club captain, the former president, the guy that is the epitome of sidecar racing in New Zealand. You'll see him in the program called Michael. He's got a bigger, uglier brother called Tim. Hi, Tim, out there. But we just know him as Bert, have done for years and years. Stayed at his place in Masterton all those years ago when he was a part of the Wairapa Motorcycle Club organising events, and he's still spent his entire life involved in our sport, and love having him on board for a very good third place. A father and son combo that does work. Peter Michael Dowman out there, along with Graham Harris and We see that John having a swing there for him. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. And then go to Dave and Sue as they complement the field with their great machine as well. A Mo Haley sidecar. And for those of you that have had any following of road race sidecars in New Zealand, the name Mo Haley is synonymous with building quality sidecars, and particularly here in the south from times gone by. So the quality by design display machine out there, holding on to a very good sixth place. So there we go, all as one with some great sidecar racing.
All right, 4.9 seconds. That was the buffer. Spike back to Baz. We're not even halfway through this bit of excitement. Shout out to Team Smith, Baz's family tuning in on Ctas. We've got the super son-in-law, Blair Meyer, tuning in. We've got confirmation and getting ready, getting prepared for the North Island Speedway Sidecar Championships next weekend. So I'll be there cheering them on. The Kevlar is going to be coming out, and we're on next weekend. So Barry Smith out here, a New Zealand Grand Prix champion for 2024 and on-road sidecars. Can he get some more glory as a 26-strong field of sidecars dynamic at Palmerston North International Speedway, Neil? That should be pretty spectacular. If anyone's in the area, we'll be there.
Well, they call it, of course, it's TBT Racing. That B team is what they've called themselves from day one. And when you're already on the back foot of, shall we say, 55 years plus, and we'll be polite about it for Barry, you certainly know you're going to be doing something he's always wanted to do, and he was given the opportunity to say, here's a chassis, you'll find an engine and make a sidecar and give it a go. Well, I tell you what, in the last 18 months, TBT have actually sprung out of nowhere as far as quality team presentation. Got most improved at Robertson Holden International Speedway, Robertson Prestige, wash your mouth, Neil, International Speedway in Palmy there for last year as well. So cool story to tell, and yeah, dynamic son-in-law Blair doing the swinging on board. So look out, these guys can do it. And remembering they did it on Boxing Day as well. Huge effort. In fact, it was Dylan as well was on the back of the bike. So effectively, he got to Barry races all day at the most demanding street circuit in New Zealand, arguably one of the most demanding in the world. And when you do it in the middle of summer on a Boxing Day, of course, in the heat of Wanganui, then as soon as the racing's over, you're on the road bike back the 50 minutes down the road to Mighty Palmy to then go speedway racing that night, and even had a few minutes to spare before the riders' briefing as well. So well done to Barry. A cool story about a cool guy loving his motorcycle sport. Of course, the family came out from the UK a number of years ago, and they've really settled into the Kiwi way of life. In fact, as far as imports are concerned, they would be in the top of the category from our motorcycle point of view as well. So love them, Team Smith on board and doing it oh so well, but an unusual position to be back in second for the South Island legs here. So maybe Spike, in getting so sick this week, did he lose 10 kgs? Brad, what do you think? That might be the advantage.
Oh, he's in big trouble. Barry has just taken the lead of this one here. So Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, they've just stalked them down. And with 2.5 laps to go, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, the former national championship pairing, have now taken over the lead in this brilliant corporate print sidecar field. Only 6 of them, but it's been just as dynamic as any other class here on the paddock. As the 73 to the bus stop, he's got a few lap riders to contend with, but not going to be an issue as we now have 2 laps to go. The Carl Cox Motorsport team in full swing here. Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunn up still 1.3 second, not much in it at the moment, but another congratulations to Baz, just going on more and more accolades. The current now champion, Carl Cox Motorsport Mini Golf Champion for 2024, so absolutely breathtaking. Hole in one in there as well, so yeah, if Tracy and Joe are tuning in, you've got a new dynamic golf champion there in the Carl Cox Motorsport team.
Oh, well, the golf has been all the talk, and they've gone out and proved it, so well done. Barry, you get the idea he'd be super competitive, wouldn't you? He might put on a smile, he might be a bit of a Mr. Warm and a Mr. Ambercool, but I bet you he can pull the shots when it counts, so got to love it. And hey, you don't get to be a star of sidecar racing by just playing back and being that Mr. Nice Guy, so go on you, Barry, good work. The Carl Cox International Golf Tournament winner, pulling out the big one when it counts as well. Speaking about big one when it counts, the 55 out there as well, that's what we call the F2 units, but they're all racing as one down here at the moment. So Formula 1, Formula 2, effectively a 1000cc bike, generally around the size for the F1 cars, and that's the smaller 600. The other feature, of course, is that the car's completely different as well. So a long car is what you get it with the white flag, and the short cars again for the 600. So they're actually a different sidecar. And firmly encourage you, if you're here in the South Island and you may be tuned in on Ctas, you think about what you're going to do on Super Sunday, well, I couldn't recommend anywhere better in this beautiful country to be here at Levels Raceway near Timaru for this round number 4 of the PDS Logistics New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championship. And just come and look at the sidecar machinery alone, and you'll be impressed and have every value for money that you'll find out there. But just when it counts, Brad, Big Barry pulling out the stops.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking to Baz earlier on in the program, and a new era of his sidecar racing career is Avon Tyre Factory no longer in production of tyres, so he's had to move to a 13-inch rear wheel for the first time in his career. And talking to him this morning, he's actually found it quite good. Actually a lower profile tyre, so you actually get to feel more of the racetrack underneath you with a little bit less rear movement. So Barry Smith rejuvenated in his New Zealand sidecar campaign. Still nothing in at the front, 1.5 seconds. So here we go, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. 3 out of 3 last weekend, and now on the final lap here, they've only got the bus stop to contend with, and this is going to feel mighty good. The Carl Cox Motorsport machine keeps rolling on, and Barry Smith and Stu Dorr grab the checkered flag and another race win. Brilliant stuff from that pairing there. Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop, that is a good gallant effort from Spike Taylor. We saw Spike here yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen Spike that quiet in my life, so he is really battling a real big fitness cloud for that awesome sidecar racing legend. A good second place for him with Kendall doing the passengering there. And then have a look at this one here. He is in the McKissick curve at the moment. We've got Dave and Sue coming through. They'll be 5th place in this race. There's Graham and John coming through. They'll round out our 6th place runner. But it's the outside of the podium we've got to wait for. Can Bert carry on his streak? He's had 2 trips to the podium last weekend. He's on here, and Bert Wallen with Isaac Taylor, they are going to get another podium spot here, so absolutely brilliant. And how cool to see our sidecars back in the South Island, breathtaking as ever. And your podium's going to be Barry Smith and Stu Dorr with the win, Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop, and here through the bus stop for the final time, rounding out the podium, the Mobility Wire Wrapper and Penrite Oils machine. Well done to Bert and Isaac. They will round out that podium, and that's going to be a sweet, sweet feeling. Go back to Peter and Michael Downman, the father and son duo, and they'll be the first of the F2s home in 4th place.
Opportunity to hop all over these sidecars out here, and we're just not in the picture here for Ctas at the moment because the sidecars are just back off screen as they demount Dave's Taxis, Kiwi Bike, Luminate Finance Group, Mobility Wire Wrapper, Steve's Panel and Paint, Penrite Oils. The sponsors are written all over them, so pretty cool. They are a great billboard as far as sponsors are concerned. Way more coverage than you might have otherwise have got, so good to see. We'll get them up here on the podium as we come into view here on Ctas, so nice to have you, the boys. Don't need to worry about too much of a refreshment on that one as we for it. So first of all with Isaac, one mate, is you're the hardest working one, the other guy's just along for the ride, but hey, how'd that feel?
Oh, that was some sketchy stuff out there, eh? Had a couple big moments, but other than that, yeah, no, it was pretty good.
Hey, don't you find you guys are just looking from the outside, all consistency, you're getting better all the time?
Well, exactly, and that's the goal, you know, go on track, try and get better slowly but surely, and maybe one day we'll be fast enough to contest against these guys.
Well done, Isaac, lovely words, following in the footsteps of Super Dad out there, but here we are, Bert, you threw a chain yesterday, nice way to get that gremlin out of the way, you just need to get that one done and gone, and the rest of it's plain sailing.
Oh yeah, mate, I was happy that it happened yesterday. If it had happened out there now, it would have been a pain in the bum, but I thought we had Barry when he launched up the bum end of Pete Dowman there, and we tucked on the inside of him, but he's got ultimate speed, that boy. So yeah, and away he went. So yeah, thanks to everyone that helps us along the way. As you said, Dave's Taxis, Mobility Warrior, Steve's Panel Paint, Neil's Auto, Luminite Bank Finances, Kiwi Bike Insurance, Penrite. So without you guys, we can't do what we do. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bert. Beautiful words, beautiful words. Here we go. Kendall, who wants the face mask? It should.
Just today.
Oh, we'll give. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In fact, it was your turn for a break last week. It's a team effort, isn't it? You're the spokesperson this week. All right. Hey, you were out there in front. What went on?
Well, first of all, I got to say, Spike has been very unwell this week, and I am so proud of the way he rode through that. Getting up for qualifying, you know, we literally had to wake him up, slap him around the face a couple of times and go, okay, you got to come run the sidecar now. He's really been under the weather, and I'm so bloody proud of how he's just pulled it together for the whole team, you know, and we're out there doing our best, and I'm just so proud of him.
Tell you what, if he could have best for the whole race, it'd have been number one.
I think he did do his best for the whole race. This poor guy. Honestly, it was an awesome race out there. We had a bit of contact with Baz and Stu when they came through, but you know, it's always respectful and great riding with our friends. So you know, that's racing. That's what happens. And yeah, it was awesome.
Well done, lovely words. Thank you, Kendall. God, look at this. It is too cheap here. Look, it's all prim and it's all proper. It's still only sidecars, guys. Hey, but Stu, you had to work for that one.
Yeah, not too sure what's happening off the start line there now. Everyone will win that race in the first corner. Yeah, we've sustained a bit of a damage. Anyway, we soldiered on and got where we wanted to be. Sorry, Kendall and Spike. Yeah, unfortunately it was a bit of a mishap. Never mind, they finished second, so yeah, all good.
All good indeed. Well done. And very bit of opportunity down this beautiful South Island. Had time for R&R this week, or did you go to the gym every day? What have you been up to?
No, we did our normal golf challenge, which I won.
Oh, excellent indeed. Yeah.
Just got to put that in there. No, I just want to say thanks to all these guys for coming down the south, and at least we got a good sidecar race going. So yeah, no, it was a good race. Shame about the start. I was going to dive up the inside of Pete there, and he kind of closed the door, and my front wheel went on the grass a bit, and I couldn't stop it, so we just used the back of Pete to stop. But it's done a bit of damage, I must admit. And then we sneaked past Spike on the inside of the corner, and the door kind of shut a bit quicker than I thought. So yeah, poor old Kendall has suffered a little bit of rash.
Very polite words going on. You guys line up at a shot, eh? Come on, sidecar family out here. Here we are. Look at them, the 6th grader sidecar competitors here today, and well done. Some Fabo side units out here, and to the rest of our team. Thanks to Pete. Michael Love come over here to stand by a podium as well. So well done, NZSBK, brought to us by PGS Logistics, our New Zealand Superbike Championship sidecar trio.
All right, here we are, forming up, ready to rock and roll. The final race of the day here, the Super Saturday sprint race format. It's been simply breathtaking. I've absolutely loved it, and we finished off with a 6